Okay, let's see here. I think we're all set. Now we just have to have some people. Okay, let's see here. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. What's happening? Let's see here. Today we are going to talk about key phrases in the Thai language, and they have cultural significance, and they're important because of that. And so I'm gonna try to teach you guys 15 of these culturally significant phrases. And some of them you may know, some of them I don't know if you know them or not. I don't think you do. But there's a few that you probably know. And if you speak any bit of Thai, you probably know, uh, you probably know a handful of them. But I think you need to know at least really all of these. You need to know all of these in order to start to understand the culture a little bit and what's going on and how to deal with people. I think they're very, very important. Right now, the bot is 36.07 to the dollar, which is up from 35.97 yesterday, something like that. It's gone up. It's gotten a little bit stronger. The dollar's gotten stronger, so that's good. 49 AQI, 49 Air Quality Index. It is raining. And it's been raining off and on yesterday all day, today all day so far. And it's supposed to rain all this week. So don't expect it to be beautiful and sunny. Some guy wrote the other day, he left a comment and said, "This is Thailand. It's always gray and rainy." I'm like, what? That's so untrue. Really. I mean, let's face it. Most of the time, Thailand is just so hot, and even now, 82 degrees, high of 86, low of 79, which is good. Uh, feel like temperature's 83, but the humidity is 87. So that's what gets you, the humidity. It's not the temperature, because the temperature's not that bad right now. 82 degrees is pretty good. Uh, so, you just you deal with it. But to say that Thailand is always cloudy, it's always rainy, it's so bad there, it's just a bunch of garbage, man. Really, you need to really think straight if you're gonna make a statement like that, because that's not what somebody who's thinking clearly. That's somebody who's just a hater, or he's just doing it just to get a reaction or whatever. It's ridiculous. So, if you go down to Pattaya most of the time, you go down to Phuket, you go down to wherever, one of these beaches, it's gonna be sunny. Most of the time, it's gonna be sunny. But you know what? It's not always sunny, and that's how it is everywhere. So instead of griping and groaning about it, you just deal with it like you do everything else. Oh, it's rainy today. Okay, move on. Next. So, good morning to everybody. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Uh, and I guess we'll just wait until a couple people come in, because we can't have a conversation without people. And we need to have a few more people in here uh, communicating, conversing with me. So, but today, like I said, we're going to talk about the Thai phrases. And, I go on and on and on about this. Just learn how to speak Thai. I don't care. Jono says to me, I don't think I'm really making any, significant strides. Good morning, Carnivore. How you doing? Carnivore Chronicles. Um, Jono was always saying, "Oh, I just don't know if I'm making any headway, or it's very, very slow." Just keep going. That's all you gotta. That's all you have to do. Just keep going. And hello, hello. Uh, you just keep going. You keep trying, and you do the best that you can. That's really all you can do. You know, and eventually you'll start picking it up. That's what happens. Oh, Tallow, early in the morning. Wow, how you doing? Um, if you don't try, you're never gonna get anywhere. If you try, you will get somewhere. Let me see something here. Where's my book that I have? Is that right there? No, it's Blue Zones. I don't know where it is. Where is it? I had a book. Oh, oh, here it is, right here. This book, fantastic book. Thai reference grammar, the structure of spoken Thai. You want to learn how to speak Thai. You want to learn how to read Thai. You want to learn how to write Thai. This book is phenomenal. It's excellent. I highly recommend it. I don't remember how much it is, but it's something, like 600, 700 baht, something like that. But I bought one for a guy that I used to work with because I thought it's so good. It's a reference book. And it will help you. And I know that some of you, it just doesn't matter. Oh, I don't have to speak Thai. I don't care. Oh, I'm too lazy. Fine. Be that way. If that's how you want to be, it's your life. You don't have to learn Thai. But if you're going to live here, or you're going to move here, or you're going to visit every once in a while, you're going to be like Dowlow, you come and go, it behooves you to learn some Thai. You should learn how to speak the basics, as I've said a million times over. So I think we need to get that clear again, because some people, they just never get it clear. And I've met guys that have been here, and they live in Pattaya, they live in Phuket, or wherever they're living, Bangkok, and they know how to say Sawadee Kap. They might say Kap Kun Kap or something like that, and that's it. They don't know how to say anything more. And I think Jono tried a couple of words with me, and he didn't really pronounce them right. But you know what? That's okay. How are you going to learn if you don't try to say the words? My Thai's not perfect. His Thai's certainly not perfect. So, but I think that really will get you in to the culture a little bit. And this is the thing. I was thinking about, well, what is this channel about? It's been about a lot of things over the years. But I think about it now and I think, I'm not somebody who's just some guy who comes and goes or is visiting, or I'm a tourist. And I'm not somebody who I want to live in Pattaya and I don't need to speak any Thai. I've never been like that. Ever since I've been here, never have I been like, I don't need to speak Thai. You don't have to. Yeah, can you imagine moving to the U.S. and not learning how to speak English? Yeah, there's a lot of countries where, in order to move there or to be called a citizen there, you have to speak the language. And so, this is the mentality of some people who come over to Thailand. They just don't think they have to. Some people, they actually think they're better than Thais, or they think, that they can live with nothing but foreigners and they don't have to live and deal with Thais and all that other kind of stuff. But that's just ridiculous, because you have to. You're going to deal with them. And let me tell you something. I give you an example. A couple of weeks ago, Jim came down. Now, Jim speaks a little bit of Thai. Very little Thai. But he's learning. He's trying. But he really doesn't know much at this point. We go into the dentist. He's trying to communicate with them via email, which can be good. That can work. But I went in with him to the dentist. And there was only like 2 girls in there. Hot. There was only like 2 girls in the place. And so he's like trying to talk to them, and they're like, huh? They don't know what he's saying. Normally, they're not getting a lot of foreigners in there. I mean, they may get a few, but... So he's trying to explain to them, and finally I just went, let me just deal with it. I start talking to him, and we figured everything out. Now, when it's getting to be more Thais now speak some English than in the past. It keeps increasing, but their grasp of English is not great. That's what I'll say. That's Nancy, my cat. Nancy! She's a dog. She can come here. And I would say that, when I first came here, very few Thais spoke English, and the ones that did were involved in the tourist industry. Now the ones in the tourist industry tend to speak very good English, or pretty good English at least. I mean, my wife works in a company, and every Thai that works there speaks pretty damn good English. I mean, they don't speak English like, hey, where I know you, you know me, we go be happy. Oh, yes. No, that's not how they speak. They speak like a normal person. They make some mistakes with their grammar and that kind of thing. But that's an international company. Now, I know there are other international companies out there where there are engineers, accountants, and they speak very good English. So it is, the number of Thais that speak English is increasing. And my wife told me, I don't know how long ago, maybe a year or 2 ago, she said, the older generation. I'm thinking about the older generation that didn't speak much English, and I had to speak Thai to them. Now, if I really want, I can speak English. I can speak English in Thai, or I can speak Thai to them. It doesn't really matter to most of them. I'm trying to think. Like if I just walk over to the mall, yeah, there are some that don't speak any English, but those are pretty few, and there's just not that many. And so, it's getting better now. That's what I'll say. And I think that the fact that the foreigners are coming over here learning to speak Thai, and there are a lot of foreigners who speak very, very good Thai. There are some that, they speak it as good as me or better than me. There are some that speak pretty good Thai, but there's interaction between the Thais and the foreigners that now everybody is starting to learn everybody's language, and they're starting to figure things out together. So that's something that I think it'll continue to improve, even if they're not teaching in the schools, which I wish they would do that more. My kids went to school, and we had to pay for them for a bilingual school. We had to pay for them to go there. And eventually, I was like, you guys, your English is so good. Why am I paying? You don't need to learn how to speak English because you already know how to speak English better than some of the teachers. And so, and I think Nicholas goes to a school, you have to learn, you have to know how to, and Alex went to school, you must know how to speak English in that school, in that university. If you don't speak English, you're out of luck. You're not going to know what you're doing. You're not going to be able to go there. So I think that's pretty important. But anyway, I want to get into this a little bit. Now, let's see here. The first couple of them you probably know. So let me just see here which one I should start with first. Okay. Supap. Supap. That is politeness. That is word number one, phrase number one. Politeness is a cornerstone of Thai etiquette, and this word underscores the importance of being courteous and well mannered in daily life. And if you know anything about Thais in Thailand, generally they are very, very polite. They try to be courteous to others. And, when they are not polite, that's because there's something really wrong. It's not like in America where somebody doesn't get their way and they go off and they're a Karen. They, why is it like this? They just generally don't get that way. And their politeness is something that is, I would say, one of the best parts, one of the best attributes of their culture. The way that they are polite, the way they handle themselves. And to be honest, when I came over here, I didn't know anything I knew a little bit about Thailand, but I didn't know a lot about the culture. I didn't know a lot about how the people carried themselves and things like that. And I wouldn't say I was rude when I came over here, but I wasn't as polite as I could be. I wasn't as nice as I could be. And through the years, I have learned to be much nicer and much more polite in the majority of situations. Sometimes I'll catch myself and I'll just go, why do I want to be that way? Like where I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't, just leave me alone. I don't, and then once I have to, I'll be like, okay, hello, hi, how are you? And, I just go through the motions and do what I have to do because that's what you do here. Some of the times they will be polite to you and they don't really want to be polite. They don't really want to be nice. They probably don't even want to talk to you. But that's, in order to function in this society, you need to be polite because that helps pave the way for just about every situation. I mean, you think about it, and I've brought this up before, but you get more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. And, my mother used to tell me that. And now I think to myself, if I want to be a jerk, if I want to be difficult, it's very easy. It's easy to be that way. But, you know what? I didn't turn the light on. Hang on a second here. The thing that is not so easy is to be polite. There we go. Oh, yeah, much better. Yeah, that's good. It's not easy to be polite sometimes, but when you are polite, it becomes a habit. And, there are certain things that you do in Thai culture that are known as being polite. I mean, people why each other. Some people are, I know some foreign, I'm not going to why. Now, I don't want to do it to be subservient to others. But out of respect for certain people, I don't have a problem doing it. I think sometimes it's a good thing. Yeah, I mean, the whining is a little bit of a different issue, but I do think that that's a polite thing. Instead of shaking hands, some people bump knuckles or whatever. Nowadays things are different. My day, it used to be everybody shook hands and it wasn't a problem. But I do think that being polite is a necessity, and I think it actually, to me, it's made me a better person. And, I say that almost begrudgingly, but it's the truth. And, I'm sure my wife doesn't think I'm always polite, but I'm a lot more polite than I used to be when I first came here. I mean, head and shoulders more polite. And I'm not one of these people who think, oh, I'm coming to their country, I'm going to have to be nice to everybody. That's not how I thought when I came here. I just thought, I'll be nice when I need to be nice. Whatever. It's no big deal. But then once you start getting into the culture, you start thinking to yourself and you start seeing things and you start going, I think that's a better way to be than the alternative. So, all right, let me get to the next one here. Let's see here. I didn't hear that one. Okay, let's just go right to the first one, which is Mike Ben Rai. That's like the very number one, the easiest thing to learn. And I mean, it's just like there are certain phrases you should learn and you should not forget. Mike Ben Rai is one of them, because somebody needs something and you can get it for them very easily, and you will. Mike Ben Rai, I get for you. Okay. If somebody says something or somebody bumps into you, Mike Ben Rai. It's something it's ingrained in the culture. All Thais say Mike Ben Rai. And not all foreigners say Mike Ben Rai when they come to the country. So, you really need to learn that. I would say the vast majority of these phrases you really need to learn. If you're going to have 100 words, I should put together a little list of 100 words, phrases in Thai that you need to learn, that are a must-have, because I could come up with 100. But Mike Ben Rai is right up there on top of the list. Okay? Mike Ben Rai basically means never mind, it's okay, no problem, don't worry. And this phrase reflects the Thai attitude of letting go and not worrying too much about things. Don't get too serious. I mean, when I first came here, there used to be all kinds of people that I would meet, and as girls, women especially, would say, don't be too serious. Don't be too serious. That's how they would say it. Don't be too serious. Serious. Oh, serious. Oh, serious. They try to say serious. Don't be too serious. You just have to let things go, and you just have to go, hey, whatever will be, will be. Don't get too caught up on it. Don't think too much. I think that's pretty important. So learn how to say this phrase. If you forget every other phrase I teach you, remember Mike Ben Rai. I'm sure my wife would agree with me, but I don't know what she's doing. But the cats they're over there fighting, playing, doing whatever they do. All right, let's get on to the next one. Just dripped on my shirt. Giant Yen. Another one. Very, very simple, and this one is probably number 2 on the list of, I have it as number 2, but I mean, it is probably the second most important. Smiling gets you a long way in Thailand. That is true. If you're walking along and I tell you how you realize this, and this is how I realized it. I'd be walking along and there's a bunch of motorcycle drivers sitting up ahead. I have to walk by them. If I walk by with a look on my face like, they just kind of look at me. If I walk by and I go, hey, everything's good. It lightens the mood. So smiling is extremely important, but that is obviously nonverbal. So Giant Yen, which is calm down, take it easy, have a cool heart. That's how it literally translates. It encourages you to remain calm and maintain composure in stressful situations, reflecting the value of patience and tranquility in Thai culture. And I can tell you, remembering Giant Yen is something that when you are in a stressful situation, where it could just be like you're trying to figure something out at the phone shop, or say AIS. You want to figure something out and you've been told one thing, you go in there and they're like, oh, no. Stay calm. Cool. Oh, no, but I was told about this. Do you think maybe you can look and see if this is the case? Do they have this? Oh, yeah, yeah, we have. Oh, okay. You know, it could be something as simple as that. It could be, as simple as I went to go buy a drink from a little stand the other day, and I was getting it from the guy for 20 baht. There's a lady there, and she says, no, no, it's 30 baht. I said, no, I've been paying 20 baht. I've been paying to all these people 20 baht, all the people that work here. And she goes, not with me. And I thought about it, and I thought, I could just tell her, what she could stick it. I don't want to buy it. I'll go somewhere else. I could tell her that. I could just let go and go, what's your problem, lady? And then I just thought, listen, it's 10 baht. The next time I come here, if I want to buy something and she's there, I'll just keep walking. But this time I wanted it. I thought, you know what? I don't care about the extra 10 baht. Boom, I give it to her. Now, you can say, oh, she won. You paid too much. Oh, yes. But you know what? And I just thought, stay calm. Don't get ticked off about, why are you going to get ticked off about 10 baht? It's nothing. It's literally pennies. You don't need to get ticked off about it. What else? I was at, what was the name of it? The Pacamara, the coffee shop. My favorite coffee shop. And what was I ordering? If I can remember. I was ordering something and it didn't look the same as the picture. And I said, wait a minute, doesn't this have this and that? I was like, I think this is wrong. And the girl goes, no, 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 that's this. And I looked and I go, they're not the same. And she goes, yeah, I know, but that's what it is. And I said, are you sure? And she says, yes. I said, all right, fine. Mai Pen Rai, Jai Yen Yen, it's not a big deal. Just keep doing what you're doing. All right, the next one, number 3. Sabai, sabai. And people don't say this all that often. Usually, I've only heard really, I hear some Thai say it, but mostly it's foreigners. I just never hear people saying that. I don't really hear Thai saying it a whole lot, but, sabai, sabai. Oh, yeah, everything's sabai, sabai. Which means you're very relaxed, you're very comfortable, you're content, or whatever. Hey, Bruce, how you doing? So, I think that's pretty important. Man, it's hot in here. We got the aircon on. I think it's because of the light. So, yeah, what did I say here? Oh, sabai, sabai. Sabai, sabai could be like, you're laying there on the sofa, you got your feet up. You are sabai. How's everything going? Oh, sabai, sabai. Like, oh, I'm so comfortable. I'm so relaxed now. But in everyday life, I would say, some people say it, but, I think it's a lot of foreigners. This is a thing that foreigners started saying many years ago. And now some of them say, how you doing? Oh, sabai, 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 mark. Thais don't say that. I don't hear many Thais saying that. All right, so I'm just going to go on from this one. All right, the next one. This is a little more difficult and a little more, maybe people have heard about it. Okay, yeah. I don't really hear that many Thais saying it, but okay, I understand. The next one is something that I think Thais have a hard time explaining it, and the transliteration is not, there is no real literal translation. It's just kind of, I'll get to it in a second here, but it's grangjai. Like, I grangjai you. Like, I am grangjai. I don't know how to say it. Let me think here in a sentence. Bom grangjai Mia. I'm basically what it means. It's like consideration, but that is not the exact literal translation. It's the concept of being considerate, not wanting to impose something on others. And this is a very big aspect of Thai social interactions, and they're showing respect and thoughtfulness for your friends, for your family. Although not everybody has this, but I would say this is something that it really is pretty important. And not a lot of people, not, I mean, people will say it, but they don't say it a whole lot because it's something it's, I don't want to say it's serious, but it's something that you need to really take thought of, and you need to think about why the people they want to grenjai in that situation, whatever that is. There's a reason why they want to do that. It could be something like, I don't. This may not be the best example, but you're going out to lunch, and you go, I'll pay for it, and then the person with you goes, no, 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 you don't pay, grenjai, grenjai. Like, I'm being considerate of you. I'm thinking that's not really the exact. It's very difficult to say in English, but in Thai, when somebody Thai says it, if you know an idea of what it means, then you will pick it up. So, grenjai. The next one, and you may have heard this, and the next one is boon, like tambun, by tambun. And that means to go make merit, like to gain favor, to accumulate some kind of merit through good deeds. And you can do that in daily life with Thais, with foreigners, with whoever. But you're trying to make merit, you're trying to gain like some kind of trying to gain favor. You're just trying to bring, like it's like almost like karma. And so if you learn that, you learn, tambun, and you learn about boon, that's basically what it means. And it's kind of, I would say that grenjai and tambun are things that are kind of foreign to Westerners, and sometimes it's a little more difficult to understand than I'm thinking. But the next one is very easy to understand, and this is something that I would say is one of the most important phrases out of all these phrases, just because everybody knows it. The Thais, they live this way, and that is the word sanuk. Sanuk means fun. When you go somewhere, by Chiang Mai, sanuk mai. Did you have fun? Yes. Oh, sanuk mak. Oh. That's kind of what it means. It means to have fun. But in the context of their culture, they could be working. And when they work, they want to have sanuk while they're working. They don't want everything to be like, they're on the computer, and if at all possible, when they start talking to somebody, when they're dealing with people, they want things to be a little lighthearted. They want to have fun while they're at work, while they're talking. It doesn't have to be at work. It doesn't have to be in your personal life. It could be whenever. But that's I would say, let me see here. Mai Pen Rai, Jai and Yen, and Sanuk are probably, let me see on this list here. They are probably the three or four most important phrases to learn. So I would say learn Mai Pen Rai, learn Jai and Yen, should learn Sabai, Kreng Chai, Tambun, Boon, but Sanuk. Sanuk is something that every Thai knows what Sanuk is. Every Thai. Even foreigners know what it is. Even foreigners who don't speak the language kind of know what it is. They know what Mai Pen Rai is. Now, I didn't even think of this, but like just some real quick, some phrases you need to know. Hello, goodbye. just to say hello, sawadee ka, sawadee ka, if you're a woman. I'm not even, these are not even on the list. But that's something that everybody should know that is living or coming to Thailand, even if you're visiting for a long period of time. You should learn how to go, sawadee ka. You're just saying hello. If you want to say goodbye, usually you can just say bye, which is what a lot of Thais do. You could say, chok di leo jerkan mai. No, jerkan mai would be jerkan. That's what some people say. Pop ken mai, but that's a little more formal. Goodbye is a little bit, it's kind of like when you go and you say hello to somebody, you just go, hey. That's hello. That's a form, that's a greeting. Okay? So that's why I didn't put it on the list. Let's see here. Where is everybody? Listen, I wanted to say, before I get into this even more, do me a favor. Smash the like button. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. And what else? Go down in the description. You can read the description. And you can see that down in the description, I've got merchandise. I've got an Amazon store. I do use Wise because Wise is very good. There are some things I'm going to be doing with my own Wise pretty soon. I just have to figure some things out. You can become a YouTube sponsor just by clicking join down below the video window. You can use the CASHAPP, which I love because there's no fees. You can buy me a coffee. You can become a Patreon patron. You can visit my websites. You can purchase a book. Or you can just check me out on social media if that's what you want. And right now below the video window there are, 28, 30 different products if you're interested. And there is a Farang Lives Matter shirt down below. We do have Farang Lives Matter now. That's back. That shirt is back. I don't know why it wasn't up, but it's up now. So, all right. Let me get a drink here. Thirsty. All right, so where is everybody? Is anybody still here? Or is everybody just listening? Sitting, this is what they do. I know because I used to do it. I used to listen to radio shows. I just turned the radio on. At first I'd be listening to it intently. And then I'd be like, all right, I got stuff to do. And I'd hear stuff in the background, but I'd just go and do whatever I want to do. The next thing you know, I'm fully into whatever I'm doing, and then it's just noise in the background, which is what I kind of think happens here. I'm sweating my ass off. You're taking notes. Oh, God. Okay. I guess. I think I'm going to make 100 important Thai phrases pamphlet up, or like little, couple of pages, little blog or something like that. I'll do something like that. There's not going to be a quiz. Scotty doesn't want quizzes. If you know it, you know it. If you don't, you don't. That's kind of how it works. It's all on you, If you enjoy yourselves, then and you learn things. That's all that really matters. All right, let me see here. Let me go on. Okay, thank you very much. There, Carnivore Chronicles. Okay, here's another one, and this is like a greetings, a farewell, but this is along the same vein. Khotod, which is excuse me. There really is no I'm sorry. Khotod is like when you say Khonam, Khofai. Khonam is, can I have a water please? It's like, could I have one? So when you're saying kotod, it's like, uh, can I have, can I apologize? Can you forgive me? Can I show this politeness so that you understand that I am. Uh, I'm just going to say I'm sorry, but it's not really It doesn't translate literally into sorry. Um, I don't think they really have a word, just one specific word. You could say diprode, but generally people just say kotod. Oh, kotod cup. You know, somebody bumps in kotod cup. Um, yeah, I mean, that's the kind of thing. If you bump into somebody, if you say something to somebody you didn't mean, oh, kotod pumpud. It means, I'm sorry, I spoke incorrectly. I didn't speak correctly. Okay, so that's pretty important. And that's why this is on the list because it is very important. This is along the lines of Sanuk and Mike and Rai and Jainya and Sabai. It's pretty important. If you're going to learn, let's say 20 phrases, I think it needs to be on there, just like Mike and Rai and Jainya. Uh, I think you need to learn this. So learn it. Kotod, it's like KHOTHOT. It when you write it, I'm not going to tell you how you write it, but let me see here if I could copy this and put it in here, which I should have been doing from the beginning. That is kotod. Okay. Hello, Mr. Daniel. How you doing? How's things? Where are you? Let me write down this one here. I'm going to write this down for you guys. I'm going to put them all in here. There you go. Mike and Rai. Okay. Let's see here. Jayanyan. Sabai. How are you? Sabai cop. I'm very well. Sabai. Let's see here. Okay, here's Grengjai. That's number 4. Number 5 is Boone. Number 6 is Sanuk. There's that. All right, now that brings us to the next one, which is Naptu, which is respect. Hai Naptu. That is to give respect, and that is something that is fundamental when you're dealing with elders, teachers, monks. It's a fundamental value in Thai society, and sometimes people will say this, Hai Naptu. I don't hear it a lot, but okay, it's important, and I think it should be on a list, at least on the top 100, but it's on this list right here because I just wanted 15 different phrases, and I thought these were amongst the most important, if not the most important. Okay, oh shit, what did I do here? I didn't put the up to. Oops, here we go. Let me do this again. So there you go. That's respect. Okay, and I've already told you this one, which is kotod. Kotod ka. That's what a woman would say. I'm so sorry. Yes, I'm very sorry. Okay, there you go. forgive me, excuse me. That's what it really means. Excuse me. I think that's the literal translation. Let's see here. What is the next one? Okay. A pie. A pie. Don't worry about the tone so much when you say it. Some people will understand without even really nailing the tone. But if you hear people saying this, what you do is you copy them. You copy that tone. And you remember it, and you never just go, panay. You don't do that. You go, panay. Sakat, panay. You have different inflections. And Jono he told me he's having problems with those. I said, don't worry about it. Just keep going. Learn the language, learn the vocabulary, and the tones will come along. And I know it's important, but sometimes you're not going to, from what I know and what I've experienced, you're not going to perfect the tones right away. You can learn the word, and sometimes the word has 5 or 6 different meanings. And what you'll learn is that in certain contexts, when people are saying something, they'll say it a certain way. And so if you just listen to them and then you mimic them, then you go, oh, okay, so what is that tone? But just remember to mimic that person or mimic the people that you hear saying those words. It makes it a lot easier. You have to listen and you have to hear the people, but if you have a teacher or you're listening to some audio or watching a video or something like that, the people will generally say the word a couple of times. But call a pie. Okay, there's that word again, call. And that means, please, can I have forgiveness? Forgiveness is a valued virtue in Thai culture, definitely. And this is an important word, and it means you can let go and you can try to remain harmonious with people. You can let go of grudges, and you are willing to forgive and forget. I guess you could say that. So, in this context, they don't have ka in here, but ka a pie. Let me see here. That's a pie. You could just take let me see here. You could just take this and this. See this right here. There you go. That is called a pie. So that means, please forgive me. Can you forgive me? You can say it however you want, but it's basically, will you forgive me? It's not like, my love, would you please do me the honor of forgiving me? No, it's not that intricate. It's not that detailed. Just, Thai is a very simple language. They don't generally get into a lot of complex phrases. It's, like namkang is like hard water. That's what that translates into. Water hard. Nam, water. Kang, hard. So, water hard. That's ice. That's how it works out. All right, let's go on here. Now this one I've heard of, but I don't really hear people talking about it. It could just be because I'm not hanging out with these kind of people, doing these kind of things. I don't really know. But it's Jatrin Pawn, which I believe I don't know if they're spelled the same or if it means this, or I don't know because I haven't done the research and I haven't looked at the street, but there is a section of Bangkok, Jatrin Pawn. And that is what this phrase is here, Jatrin Pawn. And that means blessings. Like when a monk is giving you blessings. Let's see here. There you go. Go back over here. It's often used by monks when giving blessings. This phrase reflects the deep religious and spiritual beliefs in Thai society, where receiving blessings is considered very auspicious. Now, what I will say is that not all Thais are extremely religious, but when it comes down to it, they can be very serious about their religion, and you don't want to make fun of it. You want to have some respect. That's all I'm going to say. My wife is not the most religious person, but she goes to the temple once in a while. But she's not like, I want to go to the temple every day. I got to do this. I got to do that. Most of the time, that's not how she is. She go once in a while. That doesn't mean that she's not a serious Buddhist. It just means she doesn't put in that kind of time and effort that some people might have time and energy to do. So, but blessings. So there it is, right there. I don't know how important that is because I just am not around that kind of stuff. I'm not going to the temple and getting blessed all the time. I mean, I go to the temple. Maybe I go once a year. You know. She's very religious. Well, yeah, for me, I am not the most religious person, and I don't want to get involved in it just because I don't want to have to be dealing with that all the time. For me, if my wife was like going to the temple like every morning, and then like on the weekends and off and stuff like that, it would be too much for me. She's off making tambu. Okay, well, there you go. We used that word earlier. She's off making merit. Now, one thing that my wife does do is she does go and donate blood once a year. She always does that. And that is a form of making merit. Tambu. All right, let me give you this one here. Nope, nom. Nope, nom, which I don't hear this very often. Basically, because maybe I'm not the most humble person. I don't know, but nope, nom is to have humility. And I just don't think that way because I come from an American culture. I was raised in America, and you're constantly competing and thinking about, how can I be the best? So and I'm not around people who are constantly saying these things. I've never heard anybody in my family use the phrase "nope nom." Now they may have used it or may use it occasionally. I don't know, but I don't ever hear them. Humility is highly regarded in Thai culture, and this phrase emphasizes the importance of being humble and respectful in social interactions, and that is exactly how Thais tend to be, and I like that. They don't have this. They don't come off like what, they don't have that attitude. It's very humble, and that is why you see certain guys. Maybe they're a fighter. They're very respectful, very polite, and listen. I've been around world championship fighters, Thais, and we're sitting having dinner with a handful of people, and they're serving me. They're serving me food, and I'm like, you don't have to do that. When the first time it happened, I was like, no, you don't have to do. I can do. No. Let me do it, and that's just because that is their nature, and maybe because I'm older, so they're showing a form of respect. And I really like those guys. That usually I got along with all of the fighters. It was sometimes the promoters and the managers that I tended to get along with them, but there were some that I didn't really like. And this is their way of having respect, of showing naptu, which is respect. This is their way of being humble. They could be a world championship fighter, and you're sitting here, and they're like giving you food. They're handing it out. Here you go. Try this right here. Try this right here. To them, it's nothing. Doesn't mean that they're less of a fighter, and they're not. But, I really like that. Now, I already went over this one here earlier, and that is สุภาพสุภาพสตรีและสุภาพบุรุษ ladies and gentlemen. Hang on a second here. There you go. That is politeness. So there you go there. All right, and again, that is a very important virtue in Thai culture. My wife used to tell me, if you speak politely, you speak very nicely, you don't have an attitude, generally people will like you more. You know, and I know she gets along with a lot of people. She has a way of getting along with people. She's, you know, I know that in certain situations, if she wants to be, she can be harsh. But most, I would say 99.9% of the time, that is not how she is. And I think this is something that's a constant in Thai culture, the politeness and the respect. And I don't know if it's getting better or worse here. Some people will say worse. But I can tell you this, it's a lot better than it is in the United States. And, yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Okay? Let's see here. How many more do we have here? What is this right here? Brat Pini. Is it Brat Peni? Brat Peni. Tradition. I thought it was more a quote. Let me see here. Brat Peni. What a quote. Oh well. It's not going to tell me here. Here we go. Morakot Santawid. Morakot. It's not giving me anything here. What is the deal here? It doesn't really tell me. It doesn't give me the exact phrase that I'm looking for. Anyway, all right, let me continue and go on here. Kauchai? What is? I can't see. God damn it. Yeah, Kauchai. Okay, so let's go on to the next one here. I just said here, bra pe ni. Ba pre ni. I'm not exactly sure how that word is said because I have not heard it. So I'm not sure of the pronunciation, but that is the word that if you're going to think about this word in your vocabulary, that's what it is. And then if you can get somebody to say it to you, you can learn exactly how to properly say it. And that means tradition. Okay. Obviously, in Thailand, customs and traditions in this culture are very important. If you speak with Thais, whenever they meet another Thai, no matter where it is, no matter if it's in the country, outside of the country, wherever it is, they all talk because they have some commonalities, and that one commonality is we're from Thailand. Now, they may be from different levels of social, in this society, but they generally can get along and can talk to each other because they have the same culture. They are from here. It's just like if you're in America. I mean, there's a lot of people that are different in America, and America's a lot bigger than Thailand. So like I've met Americans, and I'm just like, man, I would never hang out with this guy. And maybe they've felt the same way about me. But there have been many Americans that I meet, and I go, oh yeah, all right, cool. Oh, he's from the U.S. Oh, he's from Georgia or wherever. Where they're from doesn't really matter, just how they are, right? But in Thailand, I think if you go just about anywhere, it could be in a taxi. You're in a taxi, you get in, and the guy goes, oh yeah, I'm from this place. You go, oh, that's where I'm from. Maybe your wife or your girlfriend or whoever will go, oh, I used to, that's where I grew up. Oh, wow. And then they have that bond, You know, it may not, it's not real strong, but it's a strong enough bond where they can communicate with each other and talk to each other, and you know they get along. All right, the next one, and this one is something that is pretty important, and I have heard this before, and I do like this, and I have a book right here. Let's see here. I'll show you the book. Heart Talk. It's by Christopher Moore, who is he's a writer. He's written a lot of books about Thailand. Some of them are fiction, but this is a great book because it tells you, if I was to look up, I mean, I have all these tags in here, and I'll probably get into that in a few minutes, but let me see something. I want to see something. That's not a heart word. Namjai is, though. What is this here? Okay, Namjai. Let me see if Bapeni is in it. No. I know Namjai will be in here. Namjai. 170. So, let's see what I have written down and what he has written down in here in the book. Why is it not here? Oh, maybe this is it right here. No. Let me see if that was the right one. Namjai. It says 170. But then I go to 170, I don't see it. All right, I'm not going to keep looking there. All right, so Namjai. Namjai is the next one. And that is for generosity and kindness. How about titles like P? Yeah, but I'm not talking about these, Bruce. Let me get through my list first. P, Nu, Nong. That's because, Nu is like mouse. It's like people will say that about themselves. Anytime they say P, it means they're older. Anytime they say Nong, it means younger. So you could say, you know, like P Scott, that's because I'm older than you. And sometimes they just say P because they think you're old, and out of respect, they will do that. All right, let me see here. Okay, Namjai, that's what I was talking about. Namjai is pretty important. You know, it's not as important as like Mipe and Rai, in my opinion, and Jayan Yen, but it does belong somewhere on the list of 100, and it basically means water heart or water of the heart, and it represents the Thai spirit, the Thai way of kindness and generosity. It reflects the cultural expectation to help others and show compassion. Now, I thought there was something for compassionate heart, but I don't remember because I haven't looked through this book in a while. Let me think here. See, he's got heart talk for the good times, heart talks for the hard times, heart talk compliments, heart talk condemnations, heart talk in relationships, heart talk in society. Okay, so let me see here. Generosity doesn't really have that in here. Generosity. Okay, top compliments, 65. Let's see here. This is what we just talked about. Why are they not in here, though? Oh, 63. Let me see here, 65. Okay. Yeah, but this is all... See, it says generosity, and they have like big heart, broad hearts, generous heart, sporting heart, very happy heart. I don't see Namjai. It's somewhere else in the book. Anyway, let me just go on. But it is important. Bo You namjai me? What?
You, what are you doing?
I'm just telling him like 15 important phrases in Thai.
Are you talking to somebody?
Like,
You
I'm
talking to yourself?
streaming.
Oh, okay.
My Ben Rai is the most important phrase that people need, foreigners really need to learn. They need to learn My Ben Rai. They need to learn Jai Yen Yen.
They need to learn that they cannot use that bad attitude when they come to Thailand.
See? That's what she said to me.
Maybe get in trouble.
You will get in trouble when you have a bad attitude. You just be nice.
Smile.
Yeah. You just smile.
You just smile.
You just smile. And smiling will get you. You just smile even if you don't like what they're saying.
Yeah,
even
you just smile.
even if you want to somehow fight back and be firm, you can do it with a smile and with a different attitude. You can be like, oh no, I don't think so, but let me think here, how can we do this? And you just smile. But if you come, you come into the situation and you're like, what are you talking about, man? And you get aggressive, forget about it. Most of the time, I don't care how bad you are, you're probably going to get your ass kicked because some of them will jump in. And you don't want that. Now, maybe you won't get your ass kicked. Okay, I understand that too. But still, it's better just to get out of it without all kinds of hassle. You want to be able to be nice. That's the thing. Give me my cat. You don't want to come in here because you need to.
Yeah. Oh.
This is my little kitty. My little shitty. Don't scratch me though. Huh? What? Oh,
Right.
fucking scratching my face.
This one is cute.
This one's big.
Oh, getting big.
Oh.
God.
This is Sid. What, do you want to get down? That's my little buddy. This is Sid and that's Nancy. All right, get out of here. Get out of here. Let me see something here. SYD, Sid, not SID. Everybody makes that mistake. All right, let's see here. On to the next one, if I can. Let me just do this real quick. We'll get into it in a second. Oh, come on. Let's see. All right, here we go. All right. I'm watching the fights while I stream. Yes, it's a Siamese cat.
Siamese cat.
And Bo likes that because some Siamese cats are worth like $4,000. She's like, my cat's worth $3,000. And I'm like, no, some cats are worth that much. Your cat is probably not worth $20. Smile, say Jim. Yim. Yim is smile. YIM. Let me get this here for you. Let me see here. Let me get to the next one here though first. Let me see here. What is the problem here? I had two Siamese, one chocolate point, one seal point. I don't know what a chocolate point and a seal point is.
Can you show the photo?
Of what?
Siamese cat.
No, I don't need to show the photo. For what? I just showed the cat.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Oops. All right, let me get to the next one here. Let me get to the last one on this list. Let's see here. Hey, listen, by the way, smash the like button, join, become a member, a VIP member of my website. I mean, of my YouTube, and you could become a member of my website, but you could do it of my YouTube. It's as little as $1.99, or you could become a Patreon patron, or you could give through a, what are they called? Super chats. Super chats, where you can say something and I'll read it out, even though I usually read things for you. You can, oh yes, Dowlo says hello. What is this? Did he autograph the hardcover? I don't understand. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure what you're talking about. What hardcover? So anyway, let me continue here. We're gonna go on here, if I can. The last one, and this is something that is very easy. And you know, I know some people, they don't really think it means what it does, but it does, and that is JD. Some people think JD equals you're an ATM. I'm gonna be super generous with my money. It means, oh, now you're gonna take care of me. I got my sponsor, or whatever it means. But the truth is, it just means to be good-hearted, kind-hearted, and you know, it's a very important word. JD is an important. JD, Jidum, Black Heart, which I didn't put in here. What the hell is it? What am I thinking of? JD, Jidum. Oh my God, I'm blanking out right now. Anyway, JD is a good heart. Somebody. It's used to describe somebody who's kind and generous and compassionate. It does not mean you're going to give them all your money. It also highlights the value Thais place on having a good and caring, that's what it means. It's a caring nature. And it is often used to praise people who go out of their way for others. Like you try to help somebody for no reason other than trying to help them. It has nothing to do with, you know, you're going to give me 10,000 baht. That's not what it means. So, and that's an important one, but let me see here. Let me get this and put it into the there we go. JD. And like I was saying, if you want to smash the like button, which I don't think anybody's done that from when I said it, you smash the like button, you go down and below into the description, you look everything in the description, you leave a super chat, whatever you want to do. Okay, you go to my social media, whatever you need to do. That would be appreciated. Because I didn't see anybody hit the thumbs up from when I have stated this. So I don't know why, but yeah, it'd be good if you can do that. Supposedly it helps with the algorithm. I don't even know what the algorithm is anymore. I don't even really care, to be honest, but supposedly it helps. So there you go. All right, so, you know, JD, very simple concept. And these phrases kind of illustrate the emphasis, the cultural emphasis of respect, humility, spirituality, maintaining a positivity when you're interacting socially in Thai society. If you understand and use these phrases, it can provide a deeper insight into Thai values and their own social norms. Hello, Dale. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, anyway, those are the 15 phrases that I came up with. Now, there's a couple others that I'll talk about, but I promise you, I will come up with a, like 25 most important phrases most important Thai phrases, and I will come up with 100 important Thai phrases. So they could be very useful. Let's see here. Let me go back. Look at those bad eyes. That thing is that cat is kind of weird looking, but yeah, when I saw it, I thought it was a Siamese, and then I thought, oh, don't they have blue eyes? But no, they have yellow eyes also. They have white ones with blue eyes, and there's all kinds. So anyway, yes, smile is yim, as I stated. YIM. That's the literal translation. I mean, if you want to write it in phonetic English, phonetic Thai rather, yim is the way that you write it, YIM. And that's something that's an important word also. Just like Jai. Yes, Nancy. Nancy is slowly but surely worked her way into our family. At first, I was kind of like, oh, she's a pain in the ass. She does nothing but terrorize us. And now she is much more mellow, even though she's a little... Anytime we have food, we put food on the table, she's right there on the table. She wants food. You got to take her down. You can take her down, she'll jump up. Take her down, jump up. Take her down again, she'll jump up. You have to put her away somewhere. You have to hide her. You have to do something because she will just continually come and want your food. It's like she doesn't get enough food.
No, not that.
She thinks she's not going to get food.
No, she was been starving before
Starving. She was starving before.
And then all she have is like a dry and treats or something. It's not like a cat's meal, right?
Uh-huh.
So she get into that food and she think that food is yummy. And then when we give her like cat food now, she like it, but she want the old.
She wants the wet food.
Yeah,
she likes the wet food.
Like a
yeah, the cat. She was like starving when my wife found her, which is kind of why my wife brought her in. It's kind of like somebody left her there because they knew that that house, they have kids, and it's a family. They'll bring the cat in. And of course, my wife brought the cat in and started feeding her. And she just went nuts because she couldn't, and even now, she goes nuts. She's always, it's like if I put food out, she's right there. I mean, if I'm walking to go get the food, she's right behind me, waiting for the food. So, yeah, Bo's JD. Bo's a good person. Cats always want to eat. Always. That's just how they are. They always want to eat. And like I told Bo, listen, if we left these cats in this house and one of us died, they would eat us. They would. They'd eat us. Because they got to eat. They're animals. And she doesn't believe that, but I believe it. Where did you get Sid, Bo? You got him from the street, right?
Also.
From the street, somebody was selling her?
No.
Or getting rid of her?
Her mother, taking her run around on the street on the rain, right?
Uh-huh.
Heavy rain, so the salon lady seeing and she picked it up and then she gave it to me.
Oh, the salon lady saw her, the one that works on your toe? We all... We
have the name for everyone here.
We have names for everybody, but it's like salon lady, the house lady, the laundry lady, the quintio lady. Oh, the chicken quintio lady, the duck lady.
Yeah.
We have names for all these people. Oh my God. So anyway, so that's kind of interesting. But the coconut girl, yes, that was a long time ago. We had the coconut girl, which there was a couple people that loved her. They just loved this chick selling coconuts. Now she's not there. And then, of course, long ago, there was pork stall girl. Oh my God, I had people writing me, asking me, could you get her phone number? Will you have her call me? Oh my God, I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. You want her, come here yourself and work on her yourself. I'm not your matchmaker. Scotty, don't get involved in affairs of the heart. That's just the way that it works. Ugh. All right. Rap God girl. Rap God has nothing good, in my opinion. Rap God is just, no thank you. I'll pass on the Rap God, and Rap God is no more in the mall. That was the one, Bo, do you remember when Nicholas came to me and he goes, there's a Mexican restaurant in the mall. And I went, really? And so I went to this place, and it's not a Mexican restaurant. They had wraps and hot dogs, and the hot dogs weren't really hot dogs, but they weren't hot dogs in a traditional sense. Cake at You Hunt We Cook is the best. Well, she was very, very good, but she hasn't been there in years. And you know what? All the girls there, they all cook now. They're all pretty good. She was very good because she took the time to plate the food well and to add a couple of little extra things in to make the food better. So, you know, that's why that's why she was so good. I mean, she was very good and very knowledgeable. I don't know where she is now. I could find her. She used to work over at that place called Gustavo's, but she doesn't work there anymore. She told me she doesn't work there anymore. And her kid's getting big, and she's working with her kid and doing I don't know exactly what she's doing, but I would think she's still cooking. But, you know, I don't really know. So, anyway, I told you Jai D. Of course, there is Jai Dum, Jai Lai. Let me see here. If I can write this down for you guys in time, I'll give you a couple more. Grang Jai. It's so hard to find some of the Y Jai. All right, I'm not going to put them down in there, but Jai Dum is Blackheart. What is it? Is it hot or hot? I forget. Bo, is it hot or is it hot in Thai? Like you're evil or you're wicked or you're bad. Hot, yeah. Hot. That one, I like that one. I like that one because, you know, you can joke around with people and you know, maybe they might think that's what you are. But, you know, you're only playing around. Oh, yeah, Roti Girl. What happened to the Roti Girl? There's that Roti Girl down in Saturn. She's very popular for obvious reasons. She's a nice looking girl. She's got like 2 or 3 kids. I don't know. But she's very popular on YouTube. And then there's we had coconut ice cream girl. She was just she was at the time she was kind of young. Now that's been about 13 years ago. We used to live a couple blocks away from here, and the ice cream lady used to come around, and she would sell coconut ice cream. And so we would always go to her. And so I got to know her, and I got to see her around the town because she'd always be around the town. And I'd be like, oh, there's the ice cream lady. You just call them by what they do, you know? So, you know, that's interesting. That's pretty interesting. Let's see here. Anyway, let me see if I can find a couple. What did I do here? I have a couple of things. This one is Dijai, glad heart. Sukjai, which is happy heart. For him to put this book together was pretty smart, to be honest. I don't know. I don't like some of his. I like some of his books, and I don't like some of his books. But for him to do this is pretty smart. Let me see here. Now people are always talking about the heart. I don't know why they've got this in here. See, he's got. I'm not going to get into that. He's got many, many phrases in here. Merged heart, trust heart, Wang Jai, Kwam Jing Jai. That's the truthful heart. Huh? What? I don't know what that was. Cat just scratch you or something? Oh. Nancy. Sometimes we forget that Nancy's a female. Satisfied heart, Jairak. Pujai. Satiated heart, Sajai. Sakejai. Sakejai. Namjai. Satiated heart. So it also means that. So anyway, that's my list of stuff. Does anybody have any questions? As I was saying earlier, P, when somebody says P, that means, old brother, Nong, young brother, young sister, whatever. Yeah. And that's pretty important, Bruce. That's something that you should really learn. I mean, it's not that difficult, and when you learn it, then you know, and after a while, it just becomes second nature. I mean, sometimes I have to think. I'm like, oh, what was it? But when you hear these things said between family members, especially, oh God, auntie and uncle for similar ages. Jesus Christ, I forget. I don't know these real well. I'm thinking of grandmother and grandfather. Like I think it's like yai, poo, ta, or something like that. And I'm thinking of, what is it? Let me think here. Pa is aunt. Uncle is, let's see here. What is uncle? Loom. And let's see here. What are some of the other ones? Cousins. See, like cousins, I'm not sure about it, I have to look it up sometimes because I'll forget, because I just don't remember. Lanjai, yeah. I mean, that's a pretty easy one, really. Let me see something else here. Yeah. Oh, Lanjai Lansao. Yes, D is good. It is something not used in Western culture, so it takes time to inculcate. What kind of word is that? Inculcate. Jesus Christ. Oh, to instill. Okay. Yeah. Any other important words, honey? Just don't walk away. Wait. Just wait right here. Give me like 3 important phrases in Thai.
When you go to the shopping,
Just important phrases.
ask them how much.
All right, that's that is not something I put on those lists because it's so basic, like Sawadee Cup, Sabaidi Mai. I didn't put those on the list because I figured most people know that already. And Taurai, or Kibat, is how much. So if you say Taurai Cup, how much is it? Okay, go ahead.
That's it.
No, I need 2 more. You need to think. I need to make your brain work because you never like to think. You are not the most.
I have some I don't think it was so.
No, come here. Oh God, she won't. She just doesn't come up with, she's not somebody who thinks of things to do and all. Every time that anybody does something like that, it's me. Oh my God. Taurai. Oh God, I'm not gonna teach you how to say that, buddy. I have the sharts. Pai me die. I can't go. That's all you gotta say. Who comes up with that shit? But stopping me die. That means I can't go. I'm not gonna say I have this. I don't even know how you say that. I have this shit. Go put tong sia. How would you say that, Bo? I got the shits. Yeah, tong sia. So there you go. You know, there's no differentiates, no differentials, or no differentiation between I have the shits and I have to go poo. My God. Let me see something here. In Thai, gram is generally gram. So if you wanted to know about a gram, like, what is it? I thought it was, what is it? I thought it was like, oh, what's today? Today's the 28th. Oh, okay. Thank you, Tom. Thank you very much. I thought it was kit. What is it? Is it like 100 grams is Nungroy kit? Bo? Is 100 grams Nungroy kit?
No.
Just Nungroy gram?
One gram is one key.
One kit. So 100 grams is Nungroy kit.
10 key is 1,000.
Huh? Sip kit, that's 10.
Yeah, 10 gram is one key. 10 gram is one key.
Okay, but Nungroy is,
Oh, how can you say?
listen, just tell him Nungroy gram, all right? That's fine. And I know that because in the market, anytime I go to the market, I walk in and I see stuff, and sometimes it'll say, this is per piece, this is, you know, they have leaves out, you know, kratom leaves, they have the leaves out sometimes, and it'll say 20 baht for 100 grams. 35 baht for 100 grams. The fruit will be like, this is 100 baht per kilo or something like that. So, you know, you can learn those things, but basically you need to know how to count first. You know, which is just Nung Song Sam, you know, Sip, Nung Roy, Nung Pan, Nung Moon, Nung San, you know, Nung Lan. You need to learn how to come up with the counting. And that's the thing. I mean, you know, it really breaks down to, you learn how to count, you learn the colors, you know, fast, slow, hot, cold, near, far. You start learning like that, and then you just pick things up. Before you know it, you got a couple hundred words, and your vocabulary starts to grow, and you know, you pick it up, and then you start picking up the tones, because you need to know the tones. You start copying sai, qua, turn left, turn right, leo sai, leo qua. Go fast. Leo. Go fast. By Leo. You know, you just pick that up, and then after a while, it becomes second nature. And then, you know, like if you never go into the hospital, you probably don't know about different things that they talk about in the hospital, like How do you say piss in the hospital? You don't just say, I gotta take a piss, you know. So you need to learn these things. How do how do you say pain? Pain medicine. Yage put, you know. So what happens is after you've been around and you start to be placed in different situations, or you place yourself in certain situations, then you start accumulating more words and more phrases in your vocabulary. Then you need to learn, like, would you say, like for dog, you would say masam tua. I don't know what's. Oh, Nancy farts. She farts, and it's so bad. Yeah, oh my God, it's horrible. And it's not like a person's fart that, after a minute or two it's gone. These farts linger. Oh, they're horrible. I could be sitting at the table over here. Nancy's over sitting on the couch with the wife. Nancy farts, and it stinks up the whole house. I mean, it's horrible. Anyway, cat farts. What are you going to do? Anyway, I think that's about all I have. It doesn't seem like people are communicating right now. I tell you all this and you listen. If there's any questions, any comments, whatever, let me know. Oh, God. Sid really didn't fart very much. He was pretty good. But Nancy, oh my God, it's absolutely horrendous, man. And, Bo just talks to them like they're people. She, oh, come here. Get over here. You need to come over here. Do you want to go out? And Sid will go out. Nancy doesn't go out because she's scared she's not going to get back in. So she doesn't want to go out. But Sid will go out, and what he'll do is, after a couple of minutes, he goes out, does what he wants to do, then he comes back and he knocks on the door. And he knocks on the door by hitting the door with his paws. That's what he does. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not going to get into this. All right? Jesus criminy, man. Oh, my God. Oh, I see that, Patty Pimblett is getting ready to fight Kai Luak. What is the other one here? Kai Luak is soft egg or whatever. Ribeye steak? I don't know. Let me think. How would you say ribeye? I mean, steak in Thai is satay. But to determine a ribeye steak, it really depends. You can say ribeye. They understand that. They're not stupid. They do know what a ribeye is. And in fact, that's pretty much what they use most of the time for a ribeye. They just say ribeye. God damn it. I want to see this Pimblett fight because I don't think he can beat Bobby Green. Bobby Green is pretty tough. I've got about 40 words I can remember. I've got to make more of an effort of it. You know what you do? Dowlow and everybody else. Seriously. You write them down. Then when you have 50 words, 100 words, you write it down again and you separate it into categories. Colors, everyday Thai, like conversation, maybe numbers. So you separate everything and you write them down. Then when you need to write it down again, you write it down again, you separate everything, you write it down. And after writing it down, Dallo, are you trying to trick me? Because basically, you could say the same word. You could say ma. but I think it's sunak for dog, and horse is ma. But you can also say the same thing. Ma, yeah, is it ma? You can say ma, but also the uh, what's the word I'm thinking of? Of course, of course, there are different tones. There are always different tones. Always. You can have the same words and they just have different tones. That's how it works. You know. And out comes Patty Pimblett. I want to see, is he overrated or is he going to be able to take it to Bobby Green? Can he win? But he's smart. He's smart like Michael Chandler and a lot of these other guys, Sean O'Malley, in that they have YouTube channels, they have Instagram followings, they have all kinds of stuff. So this is the new generation of fighter. I've written down the words I've remembered. Where can I buy a Chang ribeye? Oh, Jesus Christ. You want a good steak? Go to a steakhouse. Go to the New York Steakhouse in the Marriott. That's a pretty good steakhouse. Go to El Gaucho. Go to one of those places. I used to eat steak at the Marriott all the time. Like once a month, I would eat a steak there, and maybe once or twice a month, I would have the buffet dinner. Are they coming out here? What's going on here? This fucking thing. Anyway, that should get you started. It should give you a little bit of a head start. So, thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, how do I get this down here? I didn't know you speak Thai, Bruce. Yes, I mean, like if you're gonna say tiger, sua, you want to say, like what is it? Is it leopard? Is that what I'm thinking of? Um, that's sua dao. Yes, leopard is sua dao. Jesus Christ, sua pla. I didn't know about sua pla. It's been raining for the past couple of days, at least a few hours every single day. And it's going to continue to rain all this week. And it's supposed to be really, really heavy rain. So, which is fine. I don't really care. Hopefully, Mr. Two Quarters Korean will get better. He's been sick, but I think he's better. I don't know. I don't know if he's asleep, awake. I have no idea what he's doing, but I think he's just shacked up in his place. But I hope he's gotten better. So, anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate it. And do I have anything else to say? I don't know. I don't think so. If anybody has anything else to say, speak now or forever hold your peace. If not, I will talk to you later. I appreciate it. And Choke D, Leo Jerkan Mai, which is Choke D is good luck. Jerkan Mai, see you later. Very easy to say. And I am Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. And you know, I like being in my little, I like being in my office. It's not a huge office, but we're working on that. We are working on it. When we get another house, whenever that may be, however soon or however long it is, we're going to make sure that both my wife and I have nice offices, fairly big offices, bigger than this one, which would be nice. So, you know, that's good. But it beats going to the coffee shop every once in a while. You know, I like going to the coffee shop, but going to the coffee shop sometimes it's, you know, it's loud. It's loud. It's loud. Yeah. Yeah, well, my wife gave me the pink elephant. It's not really pink, but there you go. She gave me that. Just the other day, she gave me this one. I don't know why. I have no idea. Yeah, she gave me the ducks. She gave me the dogs.
That's this dog is like only have in Vietnam, like you know the
Really?
special kind of dog, black, and you see in the back of the dog,
Yeah.
they have like they have that kind of thing. That is the real. They have the real dog look like that. Cute.
Cute. Yeah, cute. All right. I guess I will talk to you guys later. Arrivederci.